Notice for all personnel. Congratulations on a record period of no reported injuries. Day since last injury report, 1, 7, 4, 6.
Time is of the essence. With any luck, Sample 1 will still be hidden away in the medical facility. You found the sample? But this is wonderful. For the first time in years, there's hope. A true, viable hope. Do. I'm going to make it into a weapon. This alien muck has vulnerabilities, but taking advantage of them is difficult. My plan is to contaminate this sample to render it toxic, and then reintroduce it to the main growth. Now I need to get to work on this sample. But I can see you're curious, and you've earned some answers, should you want them. Is there anything that you want to know? It's an official secret, for all the weight that carries now. Oberon is the code name for the meteorite they found buried here. It was uncovered just after the war, during the evacuation of new slate mine workings. That discovery was the reason they built this whole circus here. I dearly wish it had remained undisturbed. The rock itself contained remarkable minerals, instrumental in the creation of the atomic batteries, and all the other marvels you've no doubt already encountered. But they drilled too deep into Oberon. And, at its core, discovered organic matter. That was Sample 1. A team of biologists, myself included, were assigned to analyze it. But the Oberon investigative team drilled too deep. There was some sort of violent and highly energetic feedback that collapsed part of the plant and triggered the quarantine. That was in 1957. You mean, why am I still trapped in the medical section? We didn't know it at the time, but there was a breach towards the back of the lab. Thanks to my experimental inoculation, I was able to resist the infection, to keep my own personality and intellect intact. I escaped through the tunnels under the lab. The only place I could think of to hide was there. When it seemed there was more to this growth than the BARD top brass wanted to admit, some of my colleagues and I decided to set up a very unofficial lab. This is it. It was hard work carting all this gear undetected, but we managed it. The vicar agreed to let us use the crypt for storage years ago, before the disaster. We made a small donation. To the church, you understand. And he didn't ask any questions after that. It is abominable. Plainly extraterrestrial, voracious and implacable. At first, the top brass was excited by the potential it showed. In small doses, it seemed to accelerate our ability to learn to a remarkable degree. Your mind expanded. As if you had a connection to lost knowledge that you had somehow forgotten and were simply rediscovering it. But then, some of us started to change. We barely had time to start coming to terms with it. The explosion at the Oberon site came just days later. The quarantine was declared, and they trapped us in the lab. They left us for dead. Our own colleagues. Now, I need to get to work on turning the sample active but toxic. A biological time bomb, if you will. In the meantime, there's something else you may be able to help me with. In return, I can assure you a route out of here. That's the deal. Retrieving the sample makes escape possible, but you need my expertise too. Do this for me, and the escape route lies open. Sometimes, at night, I go up to the church tower and listen to the sentries chatting down below. I've heard some chatter that suggests my old colleague Dr. Garrow came back into the zone. The soldiers locked her up in their prison on Skeathermore. Seems she's upset their captain. She's neither use nor ornament trapped there. Can you get her out? I very much need to see her. It's vitally important. I never thought I'd get the chance to see her again. It's vital I see her about something before we can leave. She and I worked on the Oberon project. Garrow's a cyberneticist. That's the science of control, if you're unfamiliar with the term. She was over on the technological end of things, leading the development of the robots. A very brilliant woman, and obsessively devoted to her work above all else. When the quarantine was declared, well, she got out, and we didn't. I never thought I'd have the chance to see her again. But it seems she couldn't leave well enough alone and just had to come back. Hurry! Find her if you can. It's very important.
Citizens of Wyndham, pagan practices of any kind are strictly forbidden. Any breach of this regulation is punishable by death.
Keep your nose clean.
See that big metal bugger? I could have it. I could.
Steady on, George. It's got guns on it, you know.
A new customer. How do? Not often we see new faces here. My name's Alf Buckshaw. Welcome to what's likely the last pub in Cumberland, such as it is. Now, what can I do for you? Bet you weren't expecting to find a place like Wyndham still ticking over after all what's gone on here, were you now? Folk will get used to anything given time. Which isn't to say, it's not nice to see some new faces coming through here now and then. Reminds a fella just how strange this all really is. The captain likes strangers too. He treats them better than he does the rest of the village. Means he can do things us regular folk can't. Oh, aye. There were a lady scientist here not so long ago. Dr. Garrow. They say she used to work at the site over the mere. Top dog too, I was told. Managed to get out while the rest of them boffins were trapped in with us. Any road, she turns up here a few months back out of nowhere and starts throwing her weight around. She did something that got the soldiers' backs up, and they stuck her in their jail on Scathamore. Well, I heard, and I don't know how much credit to give it, that she whispered summit to one of them big gun turrets of theirs over at their camp, and the thing shut off, just like that. She waltzed right into the camp, and soldiers were all turned about looking for her. Captain didn't like being made a fool of like that. Of course, that's just hearsay and gossip. And I don't gossip, me. You let me know if there's aught else I can help you with. Oh, my Lord. Well, I appreciate you making the delivery. I truly do. How's my contact in Scathamore? Been a while since I heard from him, truth be told. Dead? Oh, no. The poor bugger. He were a good un. One of the few of them protocol lads you could still say that about. You know, he were one of them ordered to stop that civilian convoy. The one that's just wreckage up on the Scathamore Road. Oh, don't think he ever forgave himself for that. Been a helping hand for us ever since. Well, you seem trustworthy enough. Mayhap you could go one further. There's another message needs collecting, if you're up for it. Oh, don't worry yourself. The messages aren't incriminating her out, if that's what's worrying you. They're just, you know, important to me. There's something in it for you and all. Not asking you to do out for naught. I need a message collecting from Nora. Careful with her. She's not fond of strangers. But it'll be all right if you see I sent you. She hides out in her barn on Scathamore. I'll mark it for you. Fair warning, though. Out in Scathamore, soldiers don't care who or what you are. They'll shoot before they ask. See you around.
One day, I'll leave here and get rid of the war.
This is a defense announcement. The substation is now off limits to all citizens and enlisted men. Speak to a protocol officer.
Did you want something? Bye now.
Strangers may be dangers. If you encounter
Not sure I like the
anyone
look
who
of
is
it.
unfamiliar to you, report their presence as soon as possible to the controlling authority. Your vigilance can save lives.
level green. The cold is all a country of lunatics.
Do as you're told, right?
Citizens of Wyndham, we cannot guarantee your safety beyond the village.
An old lady in the woods who claims to be wise and benign. You trust too easily. She walks dark paths. I cannot always see her. Do not trust Mother Draco. Mother Draco is compromised.
Watch your step.
This is a defense announcement. The substation is now off limits for all citizens. Protocol officer, if you require access...
Keep the peace,
for
Civvy.
legitimate reasons. You are leaving with... And the quarantine protocol is no longer responsible for your safety.
Don't be daft.
I think I saw something.
Nobody wants trouble. Piece of cake. Yeah, they've had it now. Take this.
Make them regret being born.
You are leaving Wyndham, and the quarantine protocol is no longer responsible for your safety. The area you are entering...
Don't be daft. Nobody wants trouble. Someone sneaking around? Gone alright.
Nice and slow now. Let's have no trouble. Let's take this. Don't go asking for trouble, or you'll get it.
Now what? Don't do anything stupid, friend. What? Don't go asking for trouble or you'll get it.
Hello? Someone there? Who the hell are you? No sort of moves or I'll shoot you dead. Who told you I was here? Who sent you? Alf sent you, did he? Well, if he vouches for you, that'll have to do. I'm guessing he wants his message, eh? Right, here's the message. Get that to him as soon as you can. You're not from round here at all, are you? This must be very strange to you. I won't ask where you came from, but I do want to know what you'd intend. Aye, well, good luck with that. Word to the wise, though. Some of the villagers tried that back at the start of the quarantine. They're all dead now, mind you. Look, we got off on the wrong foot. Half the strangers out there would kill you for your shoes as soon as look as you. So I have to be careful. My name's Nora. Used to live in the village. But put that army captain's nose out of joint by answering back. Now I try to help the villagers out from here. I can trade if you have out worth selling. Oh, aye. And what makes you think I'd tell out about that? I help people who have hotels. You seem to be getting by well enough on your own. Aye. I know something about that. Been poking round here long enough, haven't I? There's a big old bunker called the Interchange that those boffins built. The soldiers get proper excited about that one. I know there's a door in the army camp to the south of here. I also know they'll kill you before you get within spitting distance of it. Any road. I heard it's locked up tight as a bank vault. You'll never get in. Believe you me, I'd give me eye teeth to know what was going on in there, but it might as well be on moon. Bit of advice for you. While you're here, Skethermore isn't what you'd call friendly. Down in Wyndham, the soldiers will leave you be, seeing as how you're a stranger. But out here, it's dog eat dog. There's folk round here that'll kill you for the sweat on your brow, so watch yourself. Watch your back out there.